Welcome to the show that proves in America, anything is possible. You are now about to hear the most inspirational podcast that exists online, where giving up and not relentlessly trying to become great is a sin. The Robert Banker Podcast, because no one can ever hold you down.
You've come to follow Gainz Media and paid any attention to any of the content that I have been producing over the course of the last 6 months. There is, aside from making funny videos of this guy, look at that young patriot back there. So one thing you will notice too is that I have a 1999 Jeep Cherokee. They call it the XJ. Why? Because it was one of the first it was the first small SUV. Before that, all SUVs were built on truck beds, the truck frames. So imagine a 1985 Dodge Ram. That truck was then turned into a Ram Charger, which I think my dad owned, and it had seats added and a top where the truck bed would be. Now, in 1984, Renault AMC, through their joint collaboration, created what is called the Cherokee today. Then what happened is they made a Comanche. So the Cherokee was redesigned for, I want to say 88, 91. Then it ran into 1996 to 01. Those are predominantly the Cherokees we see on the road today. Those Cherokees were all built on a unibody. So what happened was, over the course of time, in areas with a winter, snow, salt, road treatment areas, basically the metal was eaten up. So this led to rocker panel rust and also rust everywhere. Any Cherokee you see today will have this rust. Now, considering my car costs $600, am I going to take it to the auto body shop and have it professionally repaired? No. I took that drink there, almost did a spit take. So what we are doing, we are sanding down the rusted areas. Then from there, what are we doing? We're putting rust reformer on it, which is a chemical reaction with rust that slows down and stops the rusting process, which aka creates a paintable surface. And on that paintable surface, we're able to, add sheet metal if need be for, basically keeping the frame and everything in check. Not the frame, the design. So let's say we want to keep it so it looks like square or whatnot. There are many Cherokees on the road still today with the strong 4.0 liter engine and transmission. These things run to over 300,000 miles. With mine personally, the reason I'm doing this repair right now is I'm getting the head gasket fixed, which is going to be a huge undertaking. But in order for all that work to pay off, I want to make sure the body still is okay, because truthfully, I'd rather spend all the time and have it look good for what I'm doing. Hold up. I'd rather put in the work and effort of learning how to do the head gasket and the man hours of doing it with my father and have the truck still look good as a way to make sure when I tell people all the work I did. Take a break from stressing over the head gasket situation. I flushed my radiator, purpose being to get any of the residue of the head gasket sealant I put in yesterday that didn't seem to be going through all the way. I wanted to flush all that out because I may have blocked it. Yesterday I picked up a new thermostat. What I used before is, I think I bought the cheapest one. It was like 180 degrees. So we're going to put the 195 degree one in. But before that, in order to show you guys a little something, I'm going to do a little bit of rust repair over here because honestly, I am tired of playing with the radiator and the head gasket right now. So this applies to if you buy a cheap car because you can't afford anything else, or something comes up and you have to buy a beater, you can make it look better. So this right here, this is rust reformer. This one's it's the same product no matter which one you get. This one has a chair on it. What rust reformer does is it reforms rusted metal into a paintable surface and also helps through chemical reaction to kind of stop the rust. So let's take a look at how this operates. Now typically, I like to sand before I do this, but for the purpose of showing that, I am going to sand this in a second.